Alrighty, Walmart. Go to hell. We have arrived. I don't know if I'm supposed to be on this thing, but I'll risk it for now. Got one. Got one. Oh, it's a drumfish. Hell yeah. Oh, drum bud. I should probably eat him, huh? We ain't dying today, boys and girls. Yeah, I fished way too long. It's almost dark. We got like 30 minutes and I haven't ate yet. And it's like 8:30. Kind of looks like a white bass fillet to me, so. It actually was pretty good. Turned out good. One of them got a little soggy because our pan's a little crooked. I might eat a drumfish again. How far west do you have to go for the time to change? Because Boo said it was 10 and I was like, no, Boo. It's 9. See you later. Stuff and things. Pal. Let's do this. Let's do this. Good morning, glorious Spillway. How the hell are you today? Hopefully we can actually catch some fish out of you because we ate all our food last night. If you haven't watched the last video, go watch it. We caught some drumfish and ate them. We camped next to this glorious spillway. What a life I live, huh? Pretty lucky. Stuff and things, pow. Good morning, you dirty old stash bags. It is me, and it is currently 5:51. Well, actually it's 6:51. I still haven't really figured out the time switch. I feel like when I'm at the gas station a few miles away, I actually felt like when I was up here, just a little ways away from my camp, the time on my phone was different, but who the hell knows? I'm not a scientist. But anyway, we have a lot of places to go today, so we aren't gonna stay here long. But this is the first stop. I was already down here for a little bit, but I didn't take my morning poo, so I had to leave and go back and go up and take a poo. But there's another guy down the way. He was throwing a swim bait, didn't catch anything. There's 2 more people down the way. They were doing whatever they were doing, and they didn't catch anything. And I've been throwing stuff around for 30 minutes, and I haven't caught anything. So we're not gonna stay here forever. There's a gas station down the street that has minnows. I might go get some of them and fish the canal to try to get some walleyes. I'd eat drumfish again. It was pretty good, but I'd prefer to have walleyes or white bass or something like that. But across the way is leaving. We'll try to throw our jig across, see if we can at least catch some fun fish, throw out some night crawlers, and see if we just can't catch something. I might even throw out some live bait here as well, but yeah, if not, then we're moving on. But good morning. We still got a little over a day, maybe a little longer, and yeah, by the end of this I'm gonna be sick of eating fish, but right now I'm kind of hungry once again, so we need to catch something. Let's do this. Pow. Pow. All right. What do I want to do here? First thing I'm gonna do is take my sweatshirt off because I needed it like 20 minutes ago, but now it's already hot enough that I don't, so. That's the first step. Then I'm gonna throw some lures around, maybe some crawlers, see if we can get something and stuff. Even though places are different than the last time you were there, this place definitely is different the last time I was here. I'm still gonna try some of the same stuff. I'm just gonna flip a crawler right by the base of these falls. I didn't really catch anything all that cool, but someone else that was here last time I was here caught like a 5-pound trout right on this side right here on a night crawler, so that was pretty nifty. We'd take a trout. Flip it right there and see what happens. Then we'll grab our bass jig and throw it around and see if we can't just catch one of those and get on the board. And we woke up early, so we might as well try the plopper again, because why not? All the locals that were here already left. They might not be here. Not the locals, the fish. Looked like they were kind of fishing for mainly white bass, but maybe walleyes, throwing a swim bait at the surface. Probably white bass, but they didn't catch nothing. Which is not a good sign, because if the locals ain't catching, I mean, with my limited abilities, I'm probably not catching either, but we'll keep trying a little longer than them. See if we can't get something figured out. But next step is to go to the gas station, get minnows, and fish the canal for walleyes. See if any of those boogers are home. And if they're not, fish the canal for smallmouth. And if that doesn't work, we're probably getting on the road again. Yeah, the smallies just ain't here like they were the last time. They just ain't here. Might be able to pick off one though on a jig, but at this point, pretty much see you at the canal, I think. because we need to get some breakfast. And a smallie isn't gonna be breakfast. Maybe. Got something. Got something. Been dicking around for a while, but I finally got something. Doesn't seem like anything great, but it could. Oh, it's a walleye! It's a walleye. I thought I ran into something. It's a walleye. I was fishing with shad. I was fishing with all sorts of stuff, and I actually got bites on shad, but it's been like an hour since I talked to you guys. And that is a walleye. That thing was fighting so hard. Hell yes. I don't even have to measure him. I was getting ready to leave, and I saw the alewives swimming around. And yeah, I literally had everything packed up. It's like, you know what, if there's alewives swimming around, I better throw a blade bait real quick. And it didn't happen right away. I didn't have my camera on, but I'm pretty sure I missed a white bass. I foul hooked a couple alewives. Now we got, been fishing for like an hour and a half. Seriously getting ready to leave, but I'm glad we didn't. I gotta go get my stringer for old Bud, but we got walleye for breakfast or lunch. Probably lunch, honestly. I really wanted fish breakfast, but yeah, it's gonna be really, really hot today. They say there's a chance of storms. I don't see any damn storms anywhere, but for people rooting for me to die, it looks like we ain't dying. So I'm gonna go get the stringer, plop him in, keep going. That was only like the second time I kind of let the blade bait fall to the bottom right in front of the falls there, so could happen again. We're pretty conservative though, not politically. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep another one. Maybe one more for dinner. I don't know. 2 max. 2 max. Yes! Yes! No more drumfish for this guy, boys and girls. No more drumfish. Got ourselves a Walter head. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Sorry, bud. You're a beautiful, beautiful toothy boy. And I normally wouldn't keep you, but it's a life or death situation for one of us. And unfortunately, I'm bigger than you. So yeah, looks like you're gonna die. And the blade bait, freaking threw the swim bait so many times. Look at, he can't see him, but there's alewives everywhere. I don't think you're allowed to cast net here. And God, walleyes are kind of wimpy. What's wrong with you, bud? Just putting a stringer through their gills will hurt them. But we're doing it. We got our walleye. Yes! Hell yes. Food. Yum yum food. Anywho, we'll see you soon. And stuff. Alright, boys and girls. We stumbled across the alewife if I don't drop it. Probably should like free line him, but this'll do. I probably should handle him with more care, but we'll get him out pretty quick. Kind of a big bait for this little rod, but I just wanted to get him out as fast as possible. There we go. Back to blade baiting. See if we can't get another Walter head. Or I really want to catch a white bass. Like, why the hell can I never catch white bass? They aren't that hard to catch, are they? I mean, for most people, no, but for me, yes, for some reason. Any hoodles, we'll take a walleye over a white bass any day of the week, but hopefully we can get a white bass too. Okay, I wasn't recording, but the alewife got 8. I almost lost my combo. I got another walleye. Hell yes. Why wasn't I recording? And my battery's about to die. Damn it. That was hectic. I was throwing my blade bait, dropped my combo trying to grab this one, and about lost it. But we got our second walleye for the day, so that's legit. Didn't take long with the alewife either. But he just like ticked it once and just slowly bent over and started ripping line out. It was so badass. I'm so sad I wasn't recording. I'd say he's 15, but let's check real quick. To me, he looks like a perfect eater. Be right back. Ah, he's 15. He's probably 16 or 17. And he's going on the stringer. All right, well, apparently we need to get some more alewives because it worked in like no time. I was wondering if I should free line them or whatever people call it, or use them on a bobber, but that one hit it on the bottom with the 1 ounce weight. So I'd imagine the higher up ones, the free lining and the bobber, might get more white bass, but we'll take a walleye. We will absolutely take a walleye. All right, this bud's going on the stringer. Then we're gonna try to acquire some more ALEWIFE. Kind of just been running into them with the blade bait, to be honest, but I'm not sure the laws on cast netting here. I do have a cast net, but we'll leave that one kicking for a second. I need to go to the gas station and buy a dip net though, because the ALEWIFEs are everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Can't believe I wasn't recording that. I seriously almost dropped my combo in the lake. Brand new Stratic. What an idiot. All right, let's try that again. Eventually we are gonna have to go to the gas station, but for now, let's keep it rolling and stuff. All righty, well, yeah, I don't know. With the live bait out, live bait's kind of in the way, so the blade bait's kind of pointless. So, and I need to clean these fish, and I need to probably cook some food before we go to the next spot. So I'm rigging up a bobber, and I got my bucket down here with my aerator. I'm gonna try to get a couple ALEWIFEs and put them in there, and then, yeah, throw out a bobber too. But check this out. 6th Sense has swivels now. I haven't really used them or tested them, but they seem like they're made out of titanium. Black nickel? It's not made out of nickel, but titanium swivels. And on top of that, they also have these new hook packs. Hopefully they're still on sale when you guys are watching this, because I'm a little behind schedule, but there's a whole nother pack of wacky hooks up in my truck. Son of a biscuit. Those are the hooks we need, but basically this bag with all the hooks, not the swivels are separate, is on sale for $34.99. I'll link it down below. But me personally, like, I don't have any of these other hooks ever, like any of those or any of that stuff, and very rarely do I want them, but sometimes I want them and I never have them, so now I have them. So if you guys want some hooks or some swivels, discount code STASH on the swivels. I'm not sure if you can get a discount on the other thing, but yeah, pretty neat. Link it down below. Pretty excited that they got some stuff now that I can catch carp and other things on, so. But I'm gonna finish rigging this up and then get another ALEWIFE out, start cleaning and things and stuff. All right, if it was just raining, I'd stay out here. Hopefully one of my poles doesn't get ripped in, but I got the drag loose enough, I think. So let's go. All right, radar. See, like 24% in the afternoon, 15% later is what it said before. Oh, it's just a little baby. It's that little tiny booger. I was sitting here for a second. Better to be safe than sorry. And then get back after it. And stuff.
Hi there.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
You have any luck?
I've been here for 4 hours and I caught 2 walleyes.
Yeah?
Maybe 5 hours, actually.
Yeah.
I got here at 6:30.
Were they very big?
They were 18s.
Yeah?
So they weren't bad. You know, see my license?
Yeah, I take a look at that.
Sounds good. It's in my, I have a picture of it on my phone. It's in my truck. I have my 2020 license in my wallet that's faded. That I don't think that helps you much.
That's okay.
Sorry, this is probably the longest it's taken anybody to come up with a license.
I promise it's not.
Yeah, at least I'm not at least I'm not the bottom of the totem pole. You know, my ID to the
Nope.
Took me long enough to find it. It's got to be real.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Brandon.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yep, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I don't come here much, but I do the whole YouTube thing and kind of bounce around Nebraska. I don't really leave too much because I got a 6-year-old. You know who I am?
Yeah.
You should have known I had a license, but you're like...
We're going to make you show it to me anyway.
I know. It's like I said, it's actually good. I try to be as straight and narrow, but I'm kind of retarded, so sometimes... Take care, man. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Well, got checked by a game warden for the second time in my entire life, but even though it took me forever to find my license, it doesn't bug me none because I'm not doing anything illegal. So shout out to Bud. Thanks for coming to say hi. Thanks for watching occasionally. He said he knew who I was. And yeah, we're gonna go cook our walleyes. We're gonna switch spots and stuff. Tent? Are you okay, tent? What's going on in there? It's got a growth going on. Oh yeah. I did not zip her up all the way, boys and girls. That is a swimming pool. Okay, the growth was just my blanket. But we definitely got some issues here. Got a lot of it out, but a lot of it went up to the corner. We'll have to deal with that later. I had a feeling I didn't zip it up all the way. So, yeah, I was planning on camping at the biggest lake in the state next, but I don't think I can pack up my tent. I think I'm gonna have to stay here another night. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to just fish the same spot all the time, and that doesn't mean I'm not gonna drive to the biggest lake in the state, but I probably won't. I'm gonna drive somewhere else though, but I need to eat food. Currently 10:57. Gonna bust out the grill. Not gonna fry the walleyes. Just gonna grill them. And yeah, should be good. See you there. Stuff. Pow. All right, so we got our walleye fillet. We got a little bit of seasoning. Just gonna do one side of one walleye. I'm not like super hungry, even though I should be. And then 2 of the cheeks. I'm gonna get all the meat. I tried to get the wings, but I suck at it, so. Then we got some steak butter. Oh yeah, here's the seasoning. It's from Piedmontese. It's chili lime, Lone Star. Best thing ever on steaks, but yeah, figured I'd bring it for the fish. And this is some like garlic butter stuff. Basically going for a blackened walleye fillet. Didn't really feel like frying it, and walleye's good enough that you don't necessarily have to fry it. So we're just gonna sear it in some butter, and I'd imagine probably gonna be better than the fried stuff, if I had to guess. And we'll take our little fillet bud, little cheeky buds. They're probably gonna get done first, I imagine. Are you guys even pointed at anything? Hell yeah, you are. A little crooked, but you're there. All right, I'm gonna let that roast on that one side and then flip it and get to eating and then get to driving. Stuffing things, a walleye lunch survival challenge thingy, and stuff again. Alrighty, she should be ready to rip. Got a little bit, maybe too blackened a little bit, but we didn't have enough butter. But I already ate the what are they called? Not wings. I ate the cheeks, and they were delicious. I'm telling you what, if you could smell that, it would look good. Maybe just by looks, it doesn't look great, but it's gonna be. I also can't sit down because my picnic table's wet. Oh, so hot. So good though. This is better than the fried stuff, and it's not even because it's walleye instead of drum. It's just better because it's better. Any sort of Cajun seasoning or chili lime seasoning or real life blackened seasoning with some butter is pretty good. You should try it if you haven't. I'll be polite and finish eating off camera, but yeah. After talking to the game warden, it sounds like the fishing's kind of tough everywhere. It's not just my side of the state, but this side of the state too. And it sounds like, from what he was saying, I was pretty lucky to catch the 2 walleyes that I did, and we got enough food for probably the rest of the trip unless I stay another day. But yeah, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Not exactly the most fish catchy thing, but I just came for food, and we're doing some camping stuff, and my dang tent's full of water. We talked to a game warden. We got thunderstormed and rained on, so I mean, it was mildly eventful nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, let me know, I guess, down below and stuff. And yeah, got a few more spots to hit. Actually got like, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 if we really have time to. But as of now, we just are probably going to concentrate on a couple and go from there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really, really appreciate it, and see you later in the day and stuff. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.